Well, look, I mean, I'm not quite sure what the rhetoric is all about, but the truth is that these plans have been in place since October of last year. It was the same system that elected Abraham Lincoln. It's pretty much the same system that the Democrats use. Delegates and voters choose the nominee. That's what's happening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he went on to say that people don't give a darn about Colorado. Joining us now, as promised, Roger Stone, Republican political consultant, editor of StoneZone.com, and author of The Clintons' War on Women. Hello, Roger.
Steve, great to be with you.
All right, thanks for coming on. All right, so first of all, Priebus says people don't give a darn about what happened in Colorado, and I presume by extension elsewhere. And now we find out that there's reports out today that there was Colorado lawmakers and Cruz supporters who made sure that there'd be no election for the delegates in Colorado. So is Priebus right?
No, he's actually completely wrong. First of all, the rules have always been monkeyed with ahead of the convention, as they were 3 years ago to block the nomination of Dr. Ron Paul. Secondarily, to Reince Priebus, it seems to be a quaint notion that the Republican voters who turned out in record numbers in primaries and caucuses to vote for Donald Trump, that those votes are meaningless. Yes, he's right. Voters elect delegates who nominate a candidate for president. The problem here is that voters vote overwhelmingly for Trump, and then these Republican state machineries produce delegates who are not for Trump, who will betray him on procedural matters and who will break from him on a second ballot. So the establishment has, yes, they have traditionally stacked the rules against outsider candidacies, but this is either you respect the democratic process or you don't. Either our votes matter or they do not.
There's a report, Roger, that Trump said today, and I didn't hear it, so I'll just go by what I saw on one of the networks, that if I win, I might oust Priebus from the chairmanship of the RNC. Is that a possibility?
Well, easier said than done. The term of the chairman of the Republican National Committee does not run consecutive with the nomination of a candidate for president. Now, he could publicly ask for him to resign. What traditionally happens is the nominee keeps the chairman on in a figurehead position with the title, but parks his own political operatives at the National Committee.
So do you?
Reagan didn't particularly like Bill Brock.
Right.
Bill Brock had opposed Reagan's candidacy. In the name of party unity, the Reagan people kept Brock in place as the titular head of the party, but they sent Drew Lewis from Pennsylvania, someone Reagan trusted, over to the RNC.
But do you think at this point, if it were as easy said as done, and it's not, do you think, all things being equal, if Trump wins the presidency, he would like to see Priebus go?
Well, it should be the nominee's prerogative, but it's also a very inside baseball issue.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with getting Trump nominated as a Trump supporter and beginning to position him for a general election with Hillary Clinton. The voters, even though they are outraged by the system, I don't think they really know nor care who Reince Priebus is.
Okay, let me ask you to listen to this. This is Trump and Hillary responding.
What does that mean? That means I'm not controlled by the special interests, by the lobbyists, and they control crooked Hillary.
When I talk about jobs, when I talk about climate change, when I talk about equal pay, when I talk about a woman's right to make her own health care decisions and so much else, I know that he doesn't believe any of that, and that in this campaign he wants to set Americans against each other, and I'm not going to stand for it.
All right, so the label that Trump has now put on Hillary, I know Rush made a big deal about it today, thought it was, the brevity of it is brilliant. The shorter, brevity is the virtue of wit. Is that going to stick with her?
No, actually, well, I think this was devastating on Trump's behalf. It cuts to the core with the entire problem with Hillary, that she believes in nothing. She will do anything for a campaign dollar, or in her case, millions of dollars. At the very time that the Saudis are saying that if the American people, through their Congress, pursue them in legal pursuit for the damages that they inflicted on 9/11, or if the federal government declassifies the 29 pages in the 9/11 report that indicates Saudi royal family involvement in 9/11, Hillary's taken $25 million at the Clinton Foundation for the Saudis. So don't count on her in that fight.
Now wait, now Roger, if you were on CNN, I'd have to say now, we don't, no, we don't want to talk about that.
No, if I were on CNN right now, Don Lemon or somebody over there would pull the plug.
Right,
but
right.
CNN is not a news organization. News organizations don't ban people because they have a disparate point of view, nor do they let, in my case, Ted Cruz attack me as he has on TV and then afford me no opportunity to respond. That's journalistically unethical.
Would you like that chance to respond on CNN to Cruz?
Of course. If CNN was a legitimate news organization instead of the Clinton News Network, they would give me a chance to respond. Ted Cruz is lying about me. In fact, he's lying about many things. But since he called me out by name, Steve, in all fairness, I should have an opportunity to respond.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One more. I want you to hear. Let's skip ahead here to 87. Michelle Fields was speaking out on Sunday on CNN. Listen.
I do think that this shouldn't have been such a huge story. If I had just received an apology, as I was told I was going to receive, which is why I was quiet the first 2 days, this wouldn't have been a huge story. The reason why it's such a huge story is because Corey lied. Donald Trump lied. They defamed me.
All right. She said she was defamed by Trump and Corey. Agree or no?
I've looked at these videos like every other American 100 times. To me, what happens is inconclusive. I'm not certain. I do know this. This entire narrative, this entire affair is not helpful to Donald Trump because it distracts from his core messages about job and trade and immigration and our fiscal precarious situation. It is off message. This election is not about Michelle Fields. It is not about Corey Lewandowski. It is about making America great again. So I think the entire discussion is detrimental, off message.
Roger, quickly, how's Trump going to do in New York tomorrow? Is he going to get over 50%? Is he going to win 80 to 85 of the 90?
I think he's going to win very big. The lack of receptivity to Senator Ted Cruz here is extraordinary. Yeah. So as a Trump supporter, I'm very, very optimistic.
All right. Roger, great to talk to you, sir. We'll speak to you very soon. Roger Stone, ladies and gentlemen.